This is the practice page for section 4.6. We're going to look at numbers 11 through 13. We're going to write an equation of a line that satisfies the given conditions. When you write an equation of a line, you need two things. You need a slope and you need a y-intercept. If you have both of these things, then you can write the equation of the line. In number 11, they're telling you that the slope is -2. Also, the line is going to go through the point +2, -4. They told you the slope is -2. That's what that lowercase m is. So I'm going to come over here and write my answer. Y equals mx plus b. Everybody knows that. Now in the m position, I'm going to put a -2. Y equals mx plus b. The last thing you need to finish this is the y-intercept. And we don't know the y-intercept. This ordered pair, 2, -4, if I would just come up here and plot this, 2 to the right and 4 down, notice how this point is not on the y-axis. So it's not the y-intercept. Well, how do you find the y-intercept? Well, we've done this before, and we'll show you again. You're going to write down y equals mx plus b. You're going to plug in your x and your y. Your x is 2, your y is -4. We know the m is -2. So we know these three things. The thing we don't know is the b. So we can solve for it. Our y value is -4. Our m value is -2. Our x value is +2. Simplify this and solve for b. -2 times 2 is -4. To get b by itself, you're going to add 4 to both sides. So your lowercase b, which is the y-intercept, is 0. So you put that here. This is your answer. Y equals -2x plus 0. This line has a slope of -2, and this line also contains this ordered pair. And if you weren't sure, you could plug it in. -4 equals -2 times +2. That's how you know this point is on that line. Now, if you wanted to rewrite this, you could. So if this was a multiple choice test, you're probably not going to see it written like this. You would see it written like this, because anything plus 0 is that thing. Number 12. We want the equation of a line that is parallel to this graph, y equals -5x minus 3, and it also needs to pass through the ordered pair 0, 2. And notice how I made a little note here. This ordered pair 0, 2 is the y-intercept, because if I would plot the ordered pair 0, 2, puts me right here, which is on the y-axis. Okay? So that is definitely a y-intercept. Another way you know is the x value is 0. Anytime your x value is 0, that y value is the y-intercept. Now, if you want an equation of a line that's parallel to one that's given, that's a really easy thing to do, because we know that parallel lines have the same slope. So notice how the slope in this equation is -5. So the slope in your new equation must also be -5, because the lines need to be parallel. So we're going to come over here and write our answer. Y equals mx plus b. Our m is -5. Our b is +2. That's your answer. Parallel means keep the same slope. So we didn't need to find the slope. We needed to find the y-intercept, but fortunately they gave that to us. Number 13, this will be the last one for the video. We want an equation that's perpendicular to the graph of y equals 2x minus 5, and it needs to pass through the point 10, -1. Notice how this is not a y-intercept, so we are going to have to show some work. Perpendicular lines do not have the same slope. Notice how the slope in this equation is 2. So the slope of the line that we're going to write is not going to be 2. We have to change it. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slope. So I'm going to come down here. Actually, I'll come over here. I know this is a little bit tight. But here's my answer to number 13. Y equals mx plus b. My m is not going to be 2. It's going to be the opposite reciprocal of 2. So 2 is really 2 over 1, so you flip this fraction and change the sign. Y equals mx plus b. Now, we don't know the b because, again, that's not a y-intercept, so we need to find it. So we'll come over to the side and we'll find it. I'll write down y equals mx plus b. I'm going to plug in the 3 things that I have. I have an x, I have a y, I have an m. Oop, not this m. Use this m. So the new slope on this line would be negative 1/2. So my y value is negative 1. My m value is negative 1/2. My x value is 10. Solve for b. To get b by itself, I'm going to add 5 to both sides. That's your y-intercept. Put that right there. This equation is of a line that is perpendicular to this equation, and it goes through this point.